Thank you. Welcome to the Ipswich Central Redevelopment Committee agenda for the 7th of April. I'll start off doing councillor attendance. So in the room there's myself, Councillor Kunzelman and Councillor Milligan. I'll just let you know, Councillor Doyle, I don't know if you wish to mute, we can hear a bit of background noise from you there.
Done.
Thank you. Thank you. I'd like to start off with a motion for Councillor Marnie Doyle has requested attendance at this meeting via audio link, and that in accordance with 254K of the Local Government Regulation 2012 and 8.6.2 of Council's Meeting Procedures Policy, that Councillor Marnie Doyle be permitted to participate via the meeting via audio link. I will move that. Do I have a seconder? Thank you, Councillor Kunzelman. I'll move that to the vote in this room. All those in favour? And the three of us here have agreed. So welcome, Councillor Doyle. I also move for a leave of absence be granted to the Deputy Mayor. Do I have a seconder for that? Thank you, Councillor Kunzelman. And I'll put that to the vote. Those in favour of the leave of absence, put your hand up. It's unanimous in the room. Councillor Doyle, how do you...
Confirmed in favour.
Confirm. Unanimous. Thank you very much for that. I'll now move on to the acknowledgement of country. And Ipswich City Council respectfully acknowledges the traditional owners as custodians of the land upon which we meet. We pay our respects to their elders, past, present and emerging, as the keepers of the traditions, cultures and stories of a proud people. We now move on to any declarations of interest. Are there any declarations of interest? There are none, so we'll move on to the next item, which is the confirmation of the minutes. Would anyone like to ask a council officer any questions on the minutes? No, in that case, I will move those minutes. Do I have a seconder for that? Thank you, Councillor Kunzelman. Any discussion on the minutes? No, I'll put those minutes to the vote. Those in favour, please raise your hand. It's unanimous in the chamber. How do you vote, Councillor Doyle?
In favour, Mayor.
Thank you. It's unanimous and carried. We now move on to the officers' reports, and item 2 is on the Nicholas Street Precinct Communications, Engagement and Events Report for March 2022. Would anyone like to speak to the relevant council officer on this report? No? In that case, I will move that the Nicholas Street Precinct Communications, Engagement and Events monthly report be received and contents noted. Do I have a seconder for that? Thank you, Councillor Milligan. I'll then see if anyone would like to move into any discussion. And I won't be able to help myself. Very excited, if I may. This Friday we have Bluey and Bingo as part of our school events here. And then on Saturday we have the Handmade Market Expo. And I think it's not on in the afternoon, it's from 9 till I think about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And obviously with next week being the school holidays again, there's a ton of daily games for the kids with table tennis, guess who, badminton, ball games and things like that. So thank you for the Nicholas Street Precinct team for a great roundup of activities and food trucks as well. They're absolutely fantastic and it smells wonderful down there as well. Is there any other commentary or discussion for that item? No, I'll put the matter to the vote. Those in favour, please raise your hand. It's unanimous in the chamber. Councillor Doyle, how do you vote?
Confirmed. Affirmative.
Thank you. It's unanimous and carried. We now move on to item 3, which is the Nicholas Street Precinct Retail Sub-Project Steering Committee for March 2022. Would anyone like to speak to the relevant council officer on any item here? Actually, I will. May I speak to someone in regards to the Retail Sub-Project Steering Committee? Sorry, Councillor, I'll probably hand over to you if you have any questions first. Would you like to say your name and your job title?
James Hepburn. I'm the chair to the Retail Sub-Project Steering Committee.
Thank you, Mr. Hepburn. May I ask you, in regards to the Retail Sub-Project Steering Committee, look at item 6 there, and in particular look at the marketing, social media and website. Do you mind giving a bit of an update on that?
Yes, indeed. As we're moving into a live precinct, and over the coming months we'll start to see a lot of tenants fitting out and certainly trade commence, which will build on the activations of Bluey and the events that happen within Tolman Place. We have evolved the brand and the website that supports our precinct, and that was launched on Monday of this week. It's moved from being a development orientated website which deals with consultation and that sort of thing into a place management website, and one not too dissimilar from typical shopping centres, although for us this one's very much about activation and events, and about selling a leisure and a destination and a cultural location to the constituents and the consumers of our catchment.
Thank you. Are there any other questions of Mr Hepburn? I'll have just one other then. How are we going with leasing?
Yeah, leasing is still continuing the momentum from the last couple of months and our sort of, dare I say it, post-COVID situation. From this time last month, we, as I think most of the room is aware, we have signed and executed 3 new deals, and those were widely reported in the press as Terry White the Chemist, Oz Hotels into the Commonwealth Hotel, and Sushi Hyo. Since then, and post this report, we have had news that another national chain have executed their documents, and we're just waiting for them to arrive so we can process them through the council and get them countersigned and ready to be released. On top of that, this month we've also received 2 new deals which have been sent over to Knight Frank for approval. Without giving the brand names away, one is a physio looking to take a large presence on the first floor of Eats, and the second is a barber looking to come on to the inside line of Metro, which sits almost directly behind where Gelatissimo are going to be.
Thank you. Any other questions? No, thank you very much, Mr Hepburn. Appreciate that. The recommendation is that the March 2022 Retail Sub-Project Steering Committee report be received and the contents noted. I'll move that. Do I have a seconder for that? Thank you, Councillor Kunzelman. I'll open this up for any discussion. Councillor Doyle, would you like to discuss anything of this report?
Thank you, Mayor. I just would like to touch on the updated website for the Nicholas Street Precinct. It's really exciting because it signals a new stage in our development within the precinct. Our website's moving more towards, a vibrant centre, outlining all the activities and tenancies that the local community will benefit from. So hoping everybody follows the page closely and looking forward to our tenants opening up.
Thank you, Councillor Doyle. I guess what's been quite exciting is that obviously in the next couple of weeks those barricades are coming down. So I think people will see the space that by the end of the year we'll have Gelatissimo, you'll have Sushi Hyo, coffee, Mexican, Vietnamese, a sports bar, and inside you'll have, apart from Terry White Chemmart, obviously a bank, a barber, a nail salon, as well as what's the very exciting progress with the Commonwealth Hotel and hotels and the cinema deal. So really great to see. I think everyone will be very curious to see when those barricades come down and see the progress this year.
Absolutely, Mayor, and you can really get a sense at the moment, but even more so when the barricades come down, of just how the precinct, the different areas like Metro A and B will work in with the entire precinct. It's a very exciting time for residents.
Absolutely. If there's no other comments or discussion, I'll move the matter to vote. Those in favour, please raise your hand. It's unanimous in the chamber. How do you vote, Councillor Doyle?
Affirmative.
Thank you. It's unanimous and carried. There are no notices of motion, no matters arising, so I'll now close the meeting at 11:59. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you.